Good morning, Montereau neighborhood. It's Jared Kennedy with Kennedy Heating Team. I am here today to give you the monthly market update. It's April 1st today, so we're going to go over March's numbers. And a few things we always are going to look at on these are how many houses are active, how many houses are pending, and how many houses have sold. So we're going to jump right in with the active. Currently in our neighborhood, there are 17 active homes for sale. This is a pretty high number in comparison to other neighborhoods, but that said, we do have plenty of new construction going up, which are pulling those numbers up. What's really important about the active is that that's your competition if you're going to be putting your house on the market, and the competition is currently listed at roughly $178 a square foot. Looking at that and that high number, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at pending listings that have sold. And for the pending listing inventory, what we have are 18 pending sales. So what that means is our market is currently absorbing all of our listing inventory in about a 30-day period. So we have a little bit less than 1 month's inventory, which we could chalk that up to saying there's about a 30-day sales cycle in the neighborhood. What's interesting about those pending listings, though, is the average list price on the pending homes is about $170 a square foot. So if I was thinking about putting my house on the market, what I know is it'll sell at 170 a square foot. And what I know is at 178, it might sell. Now we're going to look at the closed number. There were 14 homes that closed. And out of those 14 homes, the average closed price per square foot was roughly $165 a square foot. So what does that mean to you? Well, closed price per square foot, that's what appraisers look at. And that's what savvy buyers and savvy realtors look at. So if I was going to put my house on the market, and we live over on Chambord, we would be looking a lot closer to the 165 a square foot number than the 178. And that's not me trying to make less money. That would be me trying to maximize the most amount of money possible. Because what I know is if I was closer to 165, all 18 of those buyers in our market would have definitely looked at my house and probably wanted to buy it. Whereas if I'm closer to the 178 that the current competition's at, I'm up there with them. I'm going to wait 30 days. That's one more month of carrying costs, but it's also less demand. And looking at the overall market right now in Oklahoma City, there were 712 active listings that came out in the last 7 days and 666 that sold in the last 7 days. That's a pretty balanced market, but we are still seeing more supply than demand. So in order to maximize the money you can make in a heavy supply, low demand environment is to have a good price. Pricing right is critical. And if you want to go ahead and look below, you can see my Oklahoma City housing market update, as well as I've got another video for you that is the dangers of overpricing. Please give that a watch. It's the number one thing sellers do wrong is they see, well, why don't we just start at 178 and then we'll have room to come down. All you're doing is guaranteeing you're going to come down. And then you just have to put yourself in a buyer's shoes. Once you come down, then they're going to think, oh, they're desperate. And when they think you're desperate, me as a realtor, what my clients do, they've been watching the neighborhood. That's who's going to buy your house. And they look at it and they say, oh, hey, that house over there, it finally dropped in price. We think they're desperate. Let's go look at it. And then they look at it. And then the very first thing they say to us, if they actually want to buy it, is how low do you think we can get it? How low can we offer? And then when they do, they're also going to be asking for all their costs. But what I do know is if I came in closer to that 165 mark per square foot, I would have had all 18 of those buyers fighting for my house. And when that happens, you can often dictate a higher price than your asking price, as well as you get favorable terms as a seller. It's not uncommon for buyers to ask for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in closing costs. If you're starting high and eventually coming down to that price and having to give that up, that's a lot of money. And what we look for our sellers is walking away at the closing table with the most money in your pocket as possible. And that is often accomplished by listing at the lowest price that you can to drive the most amount of demand. Again, my name's Jared with the Kennedy Heating Team. If you have any questions or even just curious about getting a price opinion on your home, go ahead and reach out to me or reach out to my fiance, Kelly. We live in the neighborhood. Again, you can find ways to contact us on this page or reach out to us on Facebook. We'd be happy to give you a personalized valuation of your home, and we look forward to hearing from you. Otherwise, until then, I'll see you next month. Bye.